today. One of our goals when we started the program, Frazier and I, was to have some kids come back as adults and, tell their story. But this one right here is real unique because they kind of took similar paths. And now we have Narkel, which is going to help La'Marion through his journey that he's already went through. And so it's something that we built upon when we were in our mentoring program, but we wanted to get to this point. One bad thing is it means we're getting old, because I remember when they was young, so to look at them as young man and semi-young man, old man, it's like, wow, because I remember the nights, when they were like this small and they're calling, can we do this, can we do that, and now we're here. So it's like a blessing though, it's a good thing, because some people don't make it to this age from our environment, and to have them be success stories, this is the reason why our program is able to thrive, so thank you guys. I'm gonna let them tell you their stories. Stand up.
How you guys doing? My name is Williams. Growing up, life wasn't easy. I done seen some things, been through a lot of things, but I always had support. That's one thing I can say. No matter the troubles I've been through, I always had support. I lost my family when I was about 6 years old. I got put in the system. I done faced a lot of adversity throughout the system. I found me a beautiful home, Samuel Holmes and Linda Clausell. They took me in, they made me a better person, They put me in sports, they gave me a great advocate, Coach Ikena and Coach Frazier. Growing into this program, I was hard, I was talking back a lot, but they ain't never gave up on me. They always keep it real. That's one thing about them. They never lie. They always be honest with you. No matter how hard it may be, they gonna tell you the truth. Ain't nothing easy in life, You face a lot of adversity, but it make you who you is today. But going on to my next journey, I'm committed to Kentucky Wesleyan. Narkel, he reached out to me a lot, helping me, teaching me a lot of things, going into my journey in the next chapter. Coach Ikena, he always texts me in the morning, making sure I'm focused. He always like to joke and say, I ain't gonna talk to him when I make it, but I'm gonna always make sure I get back. I just like to thank a lot of people because I wouldn't be where I am today without them, They always been great to me, and I really want to say I appreciate that.
I'm Narkel LaFleur. I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois. My mom moved out here to Springfield to lost her name when I was in 6th grade to get me out the hood. I started off at Chatham. Went to Chatham for a couple years, then I moved to Springfield, ended up going to Landfair. Played at Landfair for a couple years, and then I went back for my last year to move with some family to give myself a better opportunity at Chatham. But I started the mentorship program when I was at Landfair. At first, I was just with a couple guys, and they just talking about Coach Ikena and Frazier. I'm like, okay, let me see y'all talking about how cool these old dudes is. Let's see what's talking about. Let's see what they talking about. So I go in the meeting room and I finally meet him, and he just cracking jokes. Oh, you a football player? You know how to hoop? Telling me I suck at basketball and stuff like that. And I'm like, alright, I'm gonna show you that I can do everything. And that's how I always been my whole life. I always feel like I have to prove. I always have that chip on my shoulder where I gotta prove something to somebody. You feel me? And when I started the mentorship, they took me to my first football camp. And I'm a ball. I love ball. I love basketball. I love football. And that's when they took me to my first football camp. That's when I really figured out this is what I want to do in my life. I want to play ball for the rest of my life. I want to get a career in this. I want to do something great and inspire people to do this, do greatness in this. And after that, it just took off. Going to the basketball, going sightseeing, all that, just taking all that in. I can do more. I can be more. I can be more than a kid just from Springfield, kid from Chicago. And with that, I went to McKendree. When I went to McKendree, Coach them always by my side. One call away, hey coach, man, it's tough out here, man. Asking all types of questions on what my life should be, what should I do to get by in college. And it's been a bumpy road in college. I went in college during COVID, so it wasn't like I went into the college experience or anything. I went in during COVID. I went in my first semester of college. I had a .8 GPA. And I had to look back on what am I doing, and that's what made me get in my fraternity, Omega Psi Phi, and stuff like that, to give back and reach back to get back into myself. I know why I did doing the things I'm doing, and I had to realize it. And that second semester, I came back, I had a 3.8 GPA. I'm like, oh yeah, let me do this. I'm bigger than this. And then I came back and ran for 1,000 yards. Then the next year, ran for another 1,000 yards. I was like, okay, so my time here is up. I can go on to bigger and better things. And I end up going to the University of Tennessee Martin. And I'm currently there right now, and I'm playing like whatever happens next, what happens next. But like I had a great career there as well. Like I had this past season, I had tore ligaments in my ankle. I had a season injury, ending injury where I was mentally I was out of it. And I was calling coach now, like, man, I didn't know what to do. No, honestly, like, but now I'm shaking back and back healthy, and what's next? And like with Marion, I'm gonna be making sure like his journey wasn't like mine. Like, yeah, like I have support through everything. That I can always say I have support, but you can have people that mental support, like the mental support capacity in college is hard, and that's what I'm trying to tell them. Like, it's gonna be so many distractions and things that's gonna get in your way. You still have to remember that one goal that you inspire yourself to go. You want to go to the NFL. You want to get a college degree. You want to have a backup plan. You want to get on and do all that before you can be successful in life and retain that in life. And that's just me.
And so what he's got adding is he did graduate.
Yeah, I got my degree in December.
Right, good job.
Finishing up, as you know, with COVID, they got that 5th year, so he's gonna go for his 5th year, probably at a different school, and finish grad school. So both of these guys are first generation college student athletes.
And I'm a first generation graduate as well.
Any questions?
I appreciate it.